three.
Mike, you guys build like a 13-point lead early in that second half.
Yeah.
They answered, kind of cut into the lead, but you guys finished the job. I'm sure that you'd love to just dominate. But what do you learn? What do you learn from your team? Being able to beat a team like Winthrop and holding them off late.
Yeah, you certainly didn't learn how to just put your opponent away, but I thought it gave the opportunity for our veteran guards to step up and make some big plays down the stretch, make some winning plays offensively when we had some empty possessions. They put some game pressure on us for sure, and to see Noah step up the way he did, along with Justin Hill in the backcourt, our production on the offensive glass was a big factor. We can get into other factors there as well, but you didn't ask about that. Just down the stretch, it gave us an opportunity, for those guys, hopefully moving forward, to gain some confidence in knowing that they've hit some big shots when need be down the stretch.
I know we talked the other day about the rebounding. I think this is the first game this year you guys have out rebounded the other opponent. Just being able to kind of follow through on what you were talking about coming into this game and how big that was.
Yeah, and did it by committee. 12 offensive rebounds, I think, is a season high for us.
Mm-hmm.
Russ was really productive on the glass. MA was really productive. I thought Frank Ansel played with a ton of energy. He didn't show up quite as much in the rebounding column. Jalen Deloach gets his first start and gets 4 of them. So did a pretty good job. We got to continue to get better in that area as well.
Getting back to Noah for a second. When you got a player that experience, has played so much basketball over the course of his career, how much does that help someone like that in these kind of situations? Again, get some big threes down the stretch.
Oh, huge. Huge. That's one of the thoughts walking to the coach's locker room after the W is it's nice to have Noah Thomason on your team. He was good defensively too, and continues to make good decisions. Got other guys some shots too. Didn't shoot it particularly well overall, or his assist numbers might have been a little bit better. But and then again, of course, first thing you look at, he was plus 14. Had a good game.
What did you see from Justin in that second half? It seemed like he sort of settled in.
Yeah, man. Activity, pressuring of the basketball, playing downhill, playing with confidence. He was good. Arguably his best game this season, and we need a bunch more of those.
With him, is it just when it comes to coming off the bench, so is it where some players do better like that off the bench as opposed to starting?
Potentially, right? And I think it starts with your mentality. And his mentality's been great. He's a guy that I wouldn't say he's playing behind. I consider him a starter, and who knows who we start next Wednesday. But he's a guy who has started, and he's had situations where he hasn't. But you don't see differences in his level of confidence, as we talk about. Also, his body language is leading. So yeah, he's been really good for us.
Jalen got to start tonight. Is that just a situation going more, activity around the boards and that kind of thing, or is it something else with him starting tonight?
Yeah, you go through these seasons, and early on you evaluate best you can, and we've ridden these 4-guard lineups here as of late, in hopes of really shooting it well and playing with more spacing, and in hopes that your assist turnover ratio might be what you want it to beat high major teams, and it hasn't quite been that. So we're just we're experimenting a little bit. We played bigger lineups tonight. I thought we got pretty good looks from the 3. We do have assist turnover ratio that's positive tonight. Obviously, you need it to be better than that to beat SEC teams, but saw some good things. It'll probably be opponent to opponent, one game at a time throughout the season, depending on what type of lineups we'll play, and also time and score, within games.
It seemed like Russell kind of settled in the second half and had some good rebounds and buckets. So just how did you sort of see him sort of turn on?
I liked our level of unselfishness probably to a fault. We had a couple post dive off of ball screen passes that were errant passes, but I'd rather have turnovers in those scenarios while we're trying to share it, as opposed to over dribbling, trying to do something on your own that maybe you not necessarily should have done. Russ had a pretty good catch in traffic, with a big finish, over his left shoulder, jump hook in front of our bench. Did some good things, he really did. And that said, we all struggled throughout our front court on Talford. My goodness, it's about as strong a player as I've seen pound for pound. You know, he's not. They list him at 195. Guys just bounce off him. He plays with tremendous energy. They do a great job of getting him the ball. Drew 7 fouls at 19 points. They're a good team, and they're gonna have a chance to be a tournament team.
Didn't see Maury during warm-ups. Just what is he dealing with?
Deal with some injuries. Yeah, he's dealing with more than one. Nothing major, but hopefully he'll be back 200% here, where he can help us in practice, and see where it goes from there.
Any other questions for Coach? Cool.